Right, Ashley Watson and the Eversholt jacket. Where shall I start? I think I've known Ashley for probably getting on for 4 years now. He's that famous designer that lives down there in that London. You know, where the Queen lives. I've reviewed a few of Ashley's creations over the years, and I found it to be second to none. It's in a class all of its own. Now, Ashley doesn't design motorcycle clothing just from his imagination. A lot of his inspiration is drawn from his experience as a motorcycle traveller, a strategy that certain other motorcycle clothes manufacturers should try. The original Mark I Eversholt jacket was a huge hit. I think Ashley only made a limited run batch of these jackets, and right from day one he promised me that one day he would let me review one. But then before he released the second batch of these jackets, he decided that based on customer feedback he would redesign it from the ground up and start all over again from scratch. And the concept for the Eversholt Mark II was born. That was about 2.5–3 years ago. And I know from conversations that Ashley has been through several prototype stages of this jacket, including trying them out in the field on trips. And then, finally, a few weeks ago, a package arrived. And inside that package was a pre-production Mark II Eversholt jacket, just for me. Now, I've been wearing it day in, day out in all weathers, so it's starting to look a little bit lived in now. The outer shell is a very thick 8-ounce waxed canvas, which obviously is waterproof and windproof, but then inside that is a seam-sealed waterproof membrane, followed by a 50/50 aramid Dyneema mixed ballistics material for abrasion resistance. And then the jacket's all finished off with a thick cotton liner. All in all, this makes for a pretty heavyweight jacket suitable for all weathers. And I might be wrong, but to my eye it seems to be styled along the lines of 1920s, 1930s open cockpit aviation clothing, or maybe military clothing. It's a great look, and it's very much in keeping with the sort of neo-classic bike movement. Now, after a year and a few months of lockdowns and restricted movement, I've taken on a sort of a Rubenesque profile. And for me, comfort at the moment is of paramount importance. So I did choose a size that was possibly a little bit larger than was really required. But even so, I do think that the cut of this jacket is very flattering. And if you want a more tailored look, the instructions on Ashley's website are very useful and very accurate for ascertaining the size that you might require. Ashley's clothing has always been very understated when it comes to branding, and although there's far more branding on this particular jacket than I've ever seen on Ashley's gear, you have to look very hard to find it. Inside, the jacket comes equipped with 2 capacious internal pockets, one on each side, and then outside it has 2 extremely capacious hip patch pockets. They fasten up with brass press studs and they feature a waterproof closure. Each pocket is divided up into 2 compartments, which is handy for keeping items separate. I mean, you don't want your keys scratching your phone, do you? The jacket's a classic sort of double-breasted affair. It fastens up first with a high-quality, heavy-duty brass YKK zip, which is then covered over with a storm flap secured by Ashley Watson's own buttons. Now, it secures with waxed canvas loops, which are a bit stiff and fiddly to start off with, but they do loosen up with time. And I did find the zip to be a little bit fiddly to get started at first, but as it sort of ran in, it got a lot better. That is common with these YKK zips. Now, in the weeks while I've been trialling this jacket, I've been using the Orkney baffle from Ashley Watson, an item that I reviewed some 2 or 3 years ago. It just seemed to go better with this jacket than my usual Union Jack muffler. and it's certainly a lot warmer. Don't let the sunny appearance of this footage fool you. It was only 7 degrees. There is no thermal layer as such in this jacket. Ashley maintains that it's windproofing that is the key to keeping a rider warm. And after wearing this jacket in all weathers, rain and shine, I can't argue with that philosophy. The length is absolutely spot on. It's long enough to keep drafts off your back, but not too long that it compromises your seating position and gets uncomfortable. For me, it was the perfect length. The cuffs yet again feature a brass YKK heavy duty zip fastening, and the sleeves are sensibly cut quite long. They don't end up halfway up your forearm when you're riding. A pleasant feature for me also, because I do have problems in this area, is that there was plenty of wrist room, so tucking thicker winter gloves underneath the cuffs isn't going to be a problem. There are no vents in this jacket, but I would consider it to be an all year round jacket. It's fantastic in the winter, spring and autumn, and I reckon dropping the zip and loosening the cuffs off will be all that's required to keep you cooler in the summer. It's certainly going to be my go-to jacket for the foreseeable future. Now, the jacket does also come with a detachable throat tab for extremely cold weather. I took it off when I first got the jacket because there's just no need for it at the moment. But it is stylish as well as practical. Now, armour. The jacket comes equipped with a D30 back protector as standard. It also comes with D30 ghost armour in the elbow and the shoulder regions. Now, this is the first time I've seen this stuff. It's about half the thickness of standard D30. It's also lighter weight and it's much more subtle and flexible. It's a bit of an eye-opener for me. I trust D30's claim that this gives as much protection as the old standard D30 armour. I just hope I don't get the opportunity to find out. And whilst we're on the subject of armour, I suppose we ought to discuss safety certification. Ashley sent me some reports and data through, and I don't pretend to understand all of it, nor am I going to bore you with it all. The highest current certification is AAA certification, which provides rider protection at speeds of up to 75 km per hour. Now, from what I can gather, this jacket just laughed at the AAA test and then turned round to the testers and said, "Seriously, is that all you've got?" So I don't think I would be wrong in saying that this jacket exceeds the current CE AAA rider protection certification. Now, as I've said in the past, waxed cotton and waxed canvas is just about my favourite material for biking gear in general. It distresses and takes on its own unique personality throughout the years, and it can be re-waxed when the wax wears thin. It's a stylish, hard-wearing, weatherproof material. Different people put a different value on safety, style and weather protection, and I'm not going to lie to you, like all of Ashley's products, this jacket is not cheap. But I do believe that you get what you pay for, and this jacket is an exercise in exquisite styling and design, technical specification and quality, offering the optimum level of weather protection and safety. And it's also going to be very exclusive because Ashley is only making 300 of these jackets. It was only announced for pre-order last Saturday, and I believe a third of them are already spoken for. Now, I had a look on Ashley's site and I did see that there is interest-free finance available on these jackets, which might make the price a little easier to swallow for some people, and is probably one of the reasons that so many have already been pre-ordered. I will, of course, leave a link to Ashley Watson's website. This jacket is worth considering while they're available. And I suppose I should point out that Ashley is not paying me to make this video, nor will I receive any commission from sales. Once again, thank you so much for watching this and my other videos, and in doing so helping to support this channel. I really do appreciate it. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like, and if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing and just help your Uncle Stu out a little bit. I am of course going to be back next week, so until then, if you're riding, please ride safely, and I'll see you soon.